Skies, a Shane Black directed film starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. What's not to like? Guys, I was looking forward to this film. I hadn't really looked into it, but I was so excited to see this film. It's a comedy mixed with the genre of film noir, crime, and action all put into a blender. And does it work? That is the question. But first, let me say this. The premise of the film is these two detectives, Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, as they were going searching for this film actress, adult film star actress, as basically they are looking for her, but it's like, is she dead? Is she actually alive? What is going on? Honestly, what is going on? That's what the film kind of has you asking a lot of times, because half the time you're like, this is enjoyable, but what is going on? It's not until the second half where the film kind of like reveals like everything. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Which is kind of cool for a comedy, because usually comedies spoon feed all the information. It's like, okay, we get it, exposition, next scene. So I really enjoy that this film was taking risks with the narrative, which is great because it is kind of in its heart like a neo-noir. So I have to say, I give the filmmaker props. Shane Black is a good director. I didn't hate Iron Man 3. In fact, I very much enjoyed it. I still need to watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but from what I've heard, this film is very much so like that. So I need to watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. The comedy works very well in this film. There's a lot of dark humor, like a lot of violent humor too, but it's so great, and the slapstick humor also works. There's one scene where Ryan Gosling literally rolls down a hill and he runs into something. I'm not going to say what he runs into because it is a funny scene. And he's like at a loss for words. He's like, and it's just funny because that scene just reminded me of Abbott and Costello. And for those of you who don't know who Abbott and Costello are, they were a comedy duo in the 30s and 40s. They were a mismatched pair, but they worked very well. And literally, Abbott one time was like, and it was just so funny because I immediately thought of that scene. And this film kind of does harken back to a lot of older films. This film at its core is Chinatown, just with a happier ending, in my opinion. The action works very well. It's well choreographed. It's nothing special. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, this is like a great action set piece. You're just kind of enjoying the action for what it is. And what you're experiencing is well-filmed action scenes. And it's like, it's kind of hard these days to kind of experience that because oftentimes the usage of shaky camera is used. And it's not good. I don't like shaky camera, really. So it's nice to see that the action and the comedy work. The drama, you know, the characters, you care about them. It's not like they're like three-dimensional, but you care about them enough to understand why they're going through what they're going. And their arcs are interesting for what they're going through. I liked also the whole aesthetics of the film. It really looks like the 70s. The music also was very 70s, very retro. I liked that. So there's not really much to dislike about this film in all honesty. In fact, the only nitpicks I can honestly find is that the final act, as enjoyable as it was, and I must emphasize that, I really enjoyed the final act. As enjoyable as it really wasn't needed for what the message of the film was. And I can't even say what the message of the film is because it's a spoiler in itself. But with that said, had they shed the last 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so, and literally just ended the way where there's like the big reveal, it would have been just like the ending of Chinatown, but I wouldn't have minded that because it was like, oh, wow. But that message that, like, when they reveal something, the big villain, when they reveal that, it's literally like a message. Like, it's just hitting you over the head with that message, and then 20, 30 minutes later, they're hitting you over the head with it again. It's like, well, is that final act even really necessary? Like, you could have just ended it there. So, but that's just my thought on the film. I'm still giving it a 4.5 out of 5-star rating for The Nice Guys. You definitely should check it out. It is very enjoyable, and probably the best blockbuster I've seen so far this year. So yeah, check it out. And if you haven't done so already, guys, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you very much for watching.